So in this episode I'm playing catch up, a very belated posting of this episode, which was our last leg from last year's sailing, which was when Becky and I flew out with the kids to Lavrion. We then headed off to Hydra, around the Peloponnese Peninsula, picked up the rest of the family in Kalamata, and then we headed off round to Mathoni, back up to Zante, and where most of them departed, and then Jake and I had a bit of a hairy journey. Here we are back in Lavrion, and the Ultimi is pumping away. The forecast I picked up from the office this morning was winds gusting to 17 kilometres an hour. So I've been stuck here this morning. It's now about 2 o'clock. It's fallen down to about gusting, I think, 45. So we're just prepping to leave. Fortunately, we're going with the wind. So behind us, going over across the bay to Hydra. About 5-hour sail, and then we're thinking either of anchoring in Hydra or carrying on through the night. So we'll see how we go. This is our anchorage. First morning out of Lavrion. We arrived here very late, about 9 o'clock, and sort of almost anchored, almost in the dark. And boat's just over here. It's a nice little cove that we found. Sandy bottom, and Becky's just gone for her early morning swim over there. Yeah, pretty pucker place. Only boat here, which is beautiful, and we'll work up for an early morning swim before we set off. So we're just sailing downwind from the island of Hydra, which is here. It's a very popular holiday destination with the Greeks. That's the town there, main town, and got the wind smack from behind, which means you can get our big trade wind sail there up, which we've got out. Let's take the mainsail down as well. That's the Greek mainland over there, and yeah, got a reasonable breeze, probably about 15 knots of wind, and filling the sail nicely. We're probably doing about 6.5, 7 knots with that. That evening we pulled into Kyparissi on the eastern side of the Peloponnese Peninsula, and we found a lovely restaurant just up on the hillside. The following morning we left early in 20 to 30 knots of wind. Fortunately it was a following wind, and we headed down to the southern tip of the eastern finger of the Peloponnese Peninsula, and we rounded that to head across to an island just off the southern point, and we headed for the big sandy beach of Paradise Beach, which was a lovely spot with spectacular sunsets. And in the background you can see all the yachts at anchor. And the following day we headed across to Port Kao. This is Port Kao with us out for a nice evening meal. It's a pretty spectacular setting here with the boats in the background there. It's right on the bottom of the middle finger of the Peloponnese Peninsula. So it's a beautiful little bay. It's quite calm today, although it does mention in the guidebook that the evening wind does howl down these mountains. But yeah, pretty special. Just come out to the taverna to have a serious waterside meal with the water about 3 feet away from our feet. Now in the Gulf of Kalamata, and this is Port Lamini, which is about 25 miles south of Kalamata. It's actually a bit cloudy today. First day we've had cloud. We found this superb taverna just up on the side of the beach here, which overlooks the bay. It's a spectacular view. We've got lobsters swimming around in their bowl up there, and we had lunch here, and we're also going to have evening meal here. So it's a fantastic spot, highly recommended. Holding's really good. It's a little bit bouncy. You can see out there's our yacht. There we are, bouncing around a little bit. Got some neighbours who just arrived about 20 minutes ago, and the yellow boat behind us, French boat. But yeah, great setting. Yeah, in case you didn't believe me, there's the fish on the menu. And there's quite a few under there hiding and living their final days. Well, morning. It's a very calm morning here in Kalamata Marina. An interesting addition to our mooring is the geese, which seem to live at the end of our boat where we've been parked. I'm not quite sure what the story is with them, but they seem to be local celebrities. Parked up just here. That's nice marina, and expecting Becky's sister this morning and her family. So we should be 9 on the boat, which is a bit of a squeeze, and just off for breakfast in the marina restaurant, which is just over at the other side there. So yeah, it's a beautiful setting. Got mountains all around Kalamata. We're right at the top of the Gulf of Kalamata on the Peloponnese Peninsula. So yeah, it's a really nice spot. There was a thunderstorm forecast for last night, which didn't seem to happen, which is good news. I think their flight comes in about 12 o'clock, so 12:30. So it's very close to the airport. So what we'll try and do is get them on board, and we'll head off, hopefully before 2.